Hello and welcome to Coaster Carnage. I'm here today at Almond Towers. Of course I am. You know, I love this place so much. And yeah, there's a lot of Almond Towers content, so please have a look. But there's definitely still a few things that I actually haven't done yet. Obviously the Skyride was shut last time. And even like walking around the gardens as well. I've not even looked around there yet, because I definitely think the gardens does get forgotten about because of the rides. But yeah, and also Rita. Rita is up and running, so I'm going to try and get a ride on that today. In fact, I'm going to start off my day now in Dark Forest. I'm walking there now. The turnstiles opens at 9:30. It's now sort of like 9:40, so definitely get here around 9:30, because then you can go to your first ride. But anyway, let's go to Dark Forest and let's go on Rita. Started my day there on Rita, and what can I say? It's great that it's back. It really is. It just helps with the area. Only having 13 here, it's not great when this is closed. So it just helps with the capacity of the area. Hopefully in the future, they change it to something else, because I do really hope that maybe they get like a multi-launch or something around here. But anyway, it's great that it's back. And in terms of the operations, I was literally on it at 10 o'clock, so fantastic. There was no hold up or anything like that. They just let us through at 10 o'clock, so fantastic operations. And yeah, it's got a wacky launch there, and you've got some helixes, and yeah, it is a bit rattly, and a little bit of a head shaker here and there, but actually it's not too bad. I was towards the back, and yeah, it's a good ride. Had my ride on 13, because why not? Literally walk on straight after Rita, no messing, on 13. I tell you what, it's great. Rita open at 10 o'clock, 13 open at 10 o'clock, so fantastic. Both rides open, because that's the thing, when you do have a ride closure, it just doesn't help with the area at all, because there's no flat rides around here. But yeah, it's a really good family ride, 13. Do not underestimate as well the first drop, because I tell you what, you do get some ejector, especially towards the back, because the lap bar's not completely, quite far down. You do have a little bit of space, so you do get a little bit of ejector on there. It's a great family ride, and with the drop as well inside the dark room, still gets people. I absolutely love it, and I love the theming of 13 as well. It's very spooky and eerie. I like the audio around, and the lighting as well. Oh, it's great. I really do love it, and especially at Scarefest as well. It's absolutely fantastic at night as well. Honestly, it's fantastic. Like going underneath the coaster through the queue line of the Smiler, it's brilliant. It really is. It just adds to the atmosphere. Like look at it, it's just going around. It's great. The Smiler. What can I say about it? It has its moments with the roughness, and we all know that by now. But it's such an iconic ride. I mean, look at it. It's just inversion after inversion after inversion. And yeah, I was on the second row on the far left. I used a single rider queue, and literally absolute walk on. So really take advantage of the single rider queues. With it being quiet though, and it's off peak, you won't be waiting that long for it really in the morning. It's just coming up to 11 o'clock. So yeah, you won't be waiting that long if you get here early enough. But really utilise those single rider queues, especially in the afternoon. But yeah, it is a good ride, it is. You either love it or you hate it. What a ride Oblivion is. It really is a spectacular ride. And yes, it's just a one drop, it doesn't do anything else. But I tell you what, the power as it goes all the way down as well, and it's so clever how they designed it, going underneath. It's fantastic, it really is. The views at the top. The only thing I would say, you don't really get much of a hold at the top now. I think it's literally probably about 2 seconds. So yeah, that's the only thing I would say about it, is you don't really get much of a hold. The operations, not too bad. It's really hard to judge when it's quiet this morning, but they only had the one station open, with it being off peak. So the operations were a little bit slow, but you know, you're not going to be waiting that long for it. Like I said, only in the afternoon, like you might be waiting a bit of time for it, with it being only one station up. Wicker Man. Oh, it's a fantastic ride, it really is. You get some real good airtime on there, really out of your seat moments. And the theming is great. I mean, look, all the mist coming out, the flames at the top, and it's quite quick actually, it really is. Do not underestimate this. I was on row 9, and yeah, it was great, fantastic. I actually had 2 goes actually. I thought, why not? It was only on a 10-minute wait, so I had a row 2 and then a row 9. So you want to be towards the back to get a lot of ejector on there. It's just great, it really is. The only thing I would say is the operations in terms of the pre-show. It's quite drawn out, so they had to send out an empty train. That's the only thing. They can't really fill up the station when everyone's in that pre-show. So that's the only thing, is, you know, it's quite drawn out with the pre-show. but it's fantastic. The theming's incredible. Raptors, your room. Seated.
A property of rich and captivating history.
When I go around the queue line there, I really do miss Scarefest, because at night it's incredible. It's incredible in the day, but at night it's even more superior.
Father, please may I go to the party?
No, you may not. Now get to your room, you wretched little creature.
Take you on the Skyride now. I'm actually going to go from Forbidden Valley to Tower Street, and then we'll go from Tower Street back to Forbidden Valley. So yeah, we'll get some good views, and I'll show you some footage as well.
Pure escapism, if ever one was drifting through the air, floating above the clouds, flying with the birds, taking in the view. It is quite a view, isn't it? But it might interest you to know that the gardens here haven't always been the lush, vibrant green and pleasant pastures that we see today. An extensive rabbit one was how it was described by the 15th reveled in the past roller coaster lifestyle. Turns out our badgers are a breed of speed freaks. The whole family of them living under one of our rides by day before coming out to play when night falls. It's always the quiet ones, I tell you. Alton Towers Resort has always been a bit among us, and the same could be said of the incredibly exotic fruit. The present day gardens are a celebration of the Earl's early work, and the mission of the 12 green-fingered gardeners here today is to stay true to the Earl's vision. And that's just leading.
So just done the Skyride there from Forbidden Valley to Tower Street, and yeah, you get some really good views on there. It's really good that the Skyride's back. The only thing I would say though is during the morning it's not open, so it did open later on in the day, so that's a bit frustrating. I do think that it needs to be operating for a lot of the day, because it's a big park, and you know, people need that accessibility. Not everyone wants to do, you know, loads and loads of walking, but yeah, in terms of the views, the first half of it didn't see a great deal. The second half you had Mooseney Bay on the right, and on the left you had the towers, battle galleons, and that kind of area. So I'd say yeah, the second half you saw quite a bit. The first half it was more like the trees, and yeah, so I'd say towards the end of that a bit better. Now I've just done the Skyride again, this time from Tower Street to Forbidden Valley. Unfortunately I didn't put any footage in because Wicker Man wasn't going around. You've got to really time it right with the Skyride and Wicker Man, but I thought there's no point putting footage in because you've already seen pretty much the towers and Mutiny Bay in the last clip, so yeah. Right, gonna do the Skyride again. How you seen a theme with this? Gonna do the Skyride from Forbidden Valley to the Dark Forest, and then we'll do the Dark Forest back to Forbidden Valley, and then I'll end my day on Forbidden Valley, and of course Nemesis Reborn.
An extensive rabbit building was how it was described by the 15th Earl in the little Jaws. Well, he weighs a whopping 30 pounds and measures a mighty metre in length. Frankie, wildlife is everywhere in the park. And indeed, there are some pretty wild stories about how some of them have revelled in the past roller coaster lifestyle. Turns out our badgers are a breed of speed freaks, a whole family of them living on one of our rides by day before coming up to play when night falls. It's always the quiet ones, I tell you. Alton Towers Resort has always been fit, and the same could be said of the 16th Earl during his time here. He managed to grow his own bananas at the Garden Conservatory at a time when the market was incredible. The present day celebration of Earl's early mission.
I have had such bad luck with trying to get these rides going around while on the Skyride. Got some good footage though of the track of Rita, and a little bit of the 13 lift hill as well. But again, that wasn't going up the lift hill, and Rita wasn't launching, and just my luck really. But yeah, that one you're really high up actually. Really good scenery of all the trees and the gardens as well. So your gardens on the right, and then on the left you're coming into Dark Forest with Rita and 13 on the left there. I'll be making my way back up to Forbidden Valley from Dark Forest, and fingers crossed we'll get Rita and 13 going around, but it is what it is.
And this coon. Yeah, and there's more pretty flowers.
Yes! I caught Rita going around on the Skyride, only just though, because it was going out of Dark Forest. But yeah, I managed to catch Rita on the launch. Thank you. The only ride I've managed to catch on the Skyride. Hopefully next time I come I'll catch the Wicker Man. But yeah, I've done all the Skyrides then, and yeah, really good views. Really well organised as well in terms of the getting on process, the getting off, you know, stopping the ride if need be to allow wheelchair users to get on, you know, pushchairs. So really well organised. The only thing I would say though is there's a lot of scratches and smears, so it can be quite difficult to get the camera footage. That's the only thing I would say about that. Yeah, really good for the views, and really good for capacity around the park as well.
Start procedures and report when ready for departure. Roger that, Control. Starting up now. All systems are initializing.
The main event, Nemesis Reborn. Whether you like it or not, it's a brilliant ride, and the theming's incredible. It is intense as well in some of the elements. I think it's a fantastic ride, I really do. It's the best ride in the park in my opinion. That might turn a few heads. I think it's fantastic. Nemi, you are an absolute beast. Because I tell you what, that was incredible. I was on the back right. The speed it takes on some of those elements, when people say like it's not intense, the OG Nemesis is more intense. It's intense, it really is. The speed it was taking around, it was incredible, it really was. This oh my god, here we go. The theming is incredible around the area, and the waterfall is on as well. I'm just speechless. You can probably tell I'm speechless. Don't really know what to say, but it's an incredible ride. I'm gonna call it there with that one. What can I say? I love this park. I really do. And when so many people out there have had problems and the operations going on and on about the park. Whenever I've come this year, it's actually been okay, because that's the thing. You've got to come on these off-peak days, because all the rides I managed to get on, there was no delays. The only thing it was actually just one little thing. Nemesis Reborn was running on one train, so that's had a few problems. Not too sure what's going on with that, but that's the only thing, because everything else has been perfect. And even though I waited a bit long for Nemesis Reborn, the ride was incredible. But yeah, it's been a fantastic day. Obviously, went around the Skyride, got lots of footage off that. Rita was up and running. So yeah, it's been great. Operations have been good. I know it's an off-peak day, so it's really hard to, you know, tell what the operations are like. But it's been fantastic. But anyway, thanks for watching anyway. Hope you really enjoyed this. I've got Energy Landia online on the channel now, so take a look at that. But yeah, see you on the next one. I thought I was going to end my day on Nemesis Reborn, but I've managed to squeeze in the Wicker Man. I literally got here at 2 minutes before close. So fantastic, yeah, I'm going on the Wicker Man. I really want a back row. I haven't had a back row for a long time. So fingers crossed, and it would have really warmed up as well. I didn't get a back row. Yeah. Oh well, doesn't matter, does it? I've had 3 rides on there today. Still fantastic no matter where you sit. I said that in the earliest video as well. And yeah, I'm definitely going to end it there. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.